This is the battle of the upper mid-range kings from two of the most popular smartphone makers in the country right now. I'm talking about OnePlus and Samsung. This is OnePlus 11R versus Samsung Galaxy A54. This is 5000 mAh battery versus 5000 mAh battery. So, which among the two phone has better endurance? Let's find out. Hello everyone, I'm Ania for Fiiber and welcome to the Fiiber style 6-hour battery drain test comparison video between the OnePlus 11R and Galaxy A54. But of course, before we get on with the rest of the video, consider hitting that red subscribe button for detailed tech videos and also turn on the bell so that you don't miss any of our latest updates. With that said, let's get started. We start the timer and boot both the devices on the table, and as you can see, while the OnePlus 11R was the second one to light up, it actually booted about a minute earlier than the Galaxy A54. Now both smartphones are connected to the same Wi-Fi network, have their brightness and audio set at 50%, and the battery is 100% along with the battery health also being 100%. As always, if you're watching our battery drain test video for the first time, we do the 6-hour regress testing. We start with 2 hours of YouTube video playback, followed by an hour of 1080p video recording, followed by an hour of benchmarks, followed by an hour of gaming, and we end the test with an hour of running social media. So starting off with the 2-hour YouTube video playback, and let's talk about the front profile of both these smartphones. The OnePlus 11R with its curved AMOLED display looks more aesthetically pleasing, but I have to agree that the flat display on the Galaxy A54 is not only more practical but is also the more visually appealing panel. So both displays are AMOLED, have Full HD Plus resolution, come with 120Hz refresh rate and support HDR video playback. So side by side, as you can see, the Galaxy A54 not only outputs brighter video but is also more vibrant between the two. And trust me, the OnePlus 11R has a very good display and it is in a class of its own. But putting it side by side with the Galaxy A54's display just shows the superiority of the A54's panel. Also letting you know, both the phones were set at 50% brightness, but side by side it seems as if the Galaxy A54's brightness has been cranked up to its fullest. But yes, long story short, the Galaxy A54's AMOLED display is definitely better than the OnePlus 11R's display. And with that, we are done with the 2-hour YouTube video playback, and currently the OnePlus 11R is in the lead with 94% battery left, while the Galaxy A54 is not very far behind at 91% battery left. Moving on, it is now time to record an hour of 1080p 30fps video from both the smartphones. So looking at the specifications, the Galaxy A54 features a 50 megapixel primary rear camera coupled with a 12 megapixel ultra-wide angle camera and a 5 megapixel macro lens. The front is graced by a 32 megapixel selfie snapper. As for the OnePlus 11R, it also features a 50 megapixel primary rear camera coupled with an 8 megapixel ultra-wide angle camera and a 2 megapixel macro camera. The front is graced by a 16 megapixel selfie snapper. Also note, the Galaxy A54 can shoot 4K videos from both the rear and front, while the OnePlus 11R can only shoot 4K videos from the rear camera. Of course, to know more about the camera performance of both smartphones, you can check out the videos around both smartphones that are live on the Fiiber channel. And if you want to see a full comparison between both these smartphones, let me know in the comments. Anyway, after an hour of 1080p video recording, the OnePlus 11R is still leading with 82% battery left, while the Galaxy A54 is slightly behind now with 79% battery left in the tank. So 3 hours down, it is now time to run a slew of benchmarks on both smartphones. We start with Geekbench 6. So in terms of the hardware, the OnePlus 11R features a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 SoC under the hood with up to 16GB RAM and up to 256GB storage. On the other hand, the Galaxy A54 features the Exynos 1380 SoC under the hood with up to 8GB RAM and up to 256GB storage. Now of course, in terms of raw hardware, the OnePlus 11R is definitely the superior one, but surprisingly, when we look at the Geekbench scores, the Galaxy A54 actually outperformed the OnePlus 11R when it comes to the single core score, although the OnePlus 11R did better in terms of dual core performance. As for Antutu, the OnePlus 11R again flexed its muscles in terms of the overall score, especially the GPU score is simply mind-blowing, and the Galaxy A54 does not stand a chance here. However, the Galaxy A54 did score better again in terms of the CPU performance. The last benchmark that I ran was the gaming benchmark 3D Mark, And in this one, while you would see that the Galaxy A54 scored 99.5% stability, the average loop score ranged in around 800s. The OnePlus 11R on the other hand scored 60.4% stability, but the highest loop score is about 3200, while even the lowest loop score for that matter was 1600. So you let me know in the comments which one would you pick here, a phone that gives you an okayish performance but a sustained performance, that is the Galaxy A54, or do you want to have the fastest performance but there's a chance that the phone might throttle after a bit after a time. Anyway, after about 3 hours 45 minutes down, the OnePlus 11R is now at 69% battery left, while the Galaxy A54 has slowly but steadily closed the gap and is now at 68% battery. Now until the 5-hour mark, I'm going to play Asphalt 9 on both smartphones, and again, in terms of performance as seen in synthetic benchmarks, the OnePlus 11R is again the better phone here when it comes to gaming, of course, because of the flagship chipset it uses under the helm. Even in this game, as you can see, the gameplay seems smoother on the 11R just because the phone has support for 60 FPS gameplay on Asphalt 9, while the Galaxy A54 does not. So moral of the story is that while the Galaxy A54 will be able to satisfy your gaming needs for the most part, the OnePlus 11R is without a doubt the superior one here when it comes to playing graphics intensive titles. And with 5 hours down in the test, surprisingly the Galaxy A54 has taken the lead for the first time in the test, and that too a good lead of 5%. The A54 is currently at 54% battery left, while the OnePlus 11R now trails with 49% battery left in the tank. With that, we are now at the last leg of the battery drain test comparison, and it is now time to run an hour of Instagram, after which we are going to get our final winner. And so after a full 6 hours of running rigorous tasks on both the smartphones, finally the winner of this battery drain test comparison is surprisingly the Galaxy A54, which finishes with 44% battery left, while the OnePlus 11R finishes second with a 38% battery left. Here's an hour-by-hour breakdown of the 6-hour battery drain of both smartphones. You can pause your screens and take a look. Long story short, the Galaxy A54 and the OnePlus 11R are priced very close, but honestly, for the kind of high-end hardware that you are getting on the OnePlus 11R, the phone is absolutely justified for its asking price. As for the Galaxy A54, see, the phone is pretty good in its own right and is a solid choice for anyone who wants to have the flagship Samsung experience in the mid-range segment. However, the pricing of the A54 could have been tighter here for sure. But yes, what are your thoughts on this battery drain test comparison between the OnePlus 11R and the Samsung Galaxy A54? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, for all the latest in tech, stay tuned to Fiiber. I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.